More verbal trickery now on BBC One with Bob Holness.
Hello, and a warm welcome to an a la carte lunchtime menu of weird words. For starters, here's Alan Coren.
Thank you, Bob. Hello. On my left today, one of this fortunate country's most distinguished actresses. She has taken the award for Actress of the Year no fewer than 3 times. And here today to try for Liar of the Year is Margaret Tyzack. And on my right, a truly great competitor. A man who not only set himself 260 different goals in life, he actually went ahead and scored them. Will you welcome, please, that great footballer, Lee Chapman.
And just prior to the main course, Sandi Toksvig.
Thank you very much, Bob. Today, finally, I bring you the gravitas that this programme requires. A woman who not only knows the truth about the world, but can pronounce it properly. Please welcome that splendid newscaster, Moira Stuart. And my other guest and I have something in common, in that neither one of us has shaved for the programme. Just shows up slightly more on him, and I've got to explain, because his mum's watching, that's because it's for a part. All right, he's making a film with Brenda Blethyn. And that's not surprising, because he's a splendid actor. Please welcome George Costigan.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Now the rules. Alan's team will begin by defining a word 3 different ways. 2 of them are bluffs, and 1 is true, but which one? That's for Sandi and her team to try to find out. The first word today being moripork.
Oh, hurrah! We better get this out of the way first, hadn't we? This is not the cry of a diner in a nouvelle cuisine restaurant who has looked at his 3 haricot beans, his single scallop and teaspoonful of polenta, and decided that at 50 quid a head he's being taken for a ride. It is, however, a cry. It is the cry of a bird. It's the cry of a bird, and the bird takes its name from the cry. In Australia, it's a hawk, where it's probably crying out for more lizards and furry animals. But in New Zealand, it's an owl, where it's probably crying out for more intelligent conversation. It is the moorpork.
Right, thank you. Margaret.
Well, I like this word because it's very simple. Means what it says what it means. It's the word used in the abattoir for a pig that has been artificially... Have you ever been in an abattoir?
No.
Artificially beefed up or porked up for the market. So you have your pigs and you have fatter pigs, more porks. Simple.
Yes, Lee.
It's more pork. Now, as you know, garage mechanics are like doctors. They can't tell you what's wrong, but they know how to charge. But if you're in a garage and you're watching a technician boost up or soup up an engine, the chances are that you'd heard the word more pork. It's a professional terminology for giving an engine more energy. I always thought it was more poke, but apparently it's more pork, which is more power to your engine.
Very well. So it's a cry of a bird called moorpork. It's the fatter pigs in an abattoir, or it's more energy, more oomph in a car engine. It's moripork, and it's Sandi.
This is very curious. What Alan knows about birds, you could write on the back of a small postage stamp.
I know about restaurants, though.
About restaurants. Sometimes it's an owl and sometimes it's a hawk and it goes, more pork!
That's right. It's bizarre, isn't it?
That's
What a
very-
strange world we live in, Sandy.
Very, very curious. I put you to one side.
It's not the first time.
No, and with a rather large smile. Which brings me to Maggie. Can I just say, what a privilege it is to even be in the same room as you. I think you are quite simply one of the best actresses in the world, so there you are. And I've said it now.
Yeah.
I wanted to name my son Abattoir till I found out what it meant. I just thought it sounded so fabulous. I was going to have a son and a daughter. I was going to call her Avarice and him Abattoir. There we are. It's neither here nor there. It's fatter pigs. Having said what a wonderful actress you are, I think you talk a load of twaddle. Which brings me on to Lee. There's not a boy in the world doesn't want more pork. I couldn't resist it. A little bit more oomph in his engine. It's a boy's expression. I'm afraid, given that I think Lee and Maggie are talking twaddle, I'm going to have to vote for Mr. Coren.
Absolutely right.
Alan. Yes, it is. Absolutely right. Well done. Believe it or not, it is the cry of a bird called moorpork. Well, there we are. This one's Norcock, and it goes to Sandi.
Yes, what a fine couple of selections we've got to start the programme off with the right tone. Can I just bear in mind that my grandmother is watching? Do you remember that wonderful film called The Graduate?
Yes.
It's a splendid film, and there's a wonderful scene in it at the end. Dustin Hoffman has to run, for various reasons, to get to the church service to prevent the girl, to just remind me is Catherine Ross, from getting married. And he runs into the church, it's got a wonderful glass window, and he stands up there, and he shouts, and the whole congregation looks up at Dustin Hoffman, and what are they thinking? They're thinking he's a bit Norcock.
He had the sun behind him, of course. I remember the scene.
He is, in fact, a Norcock, and for reasons that I cannot fathom, a Norcock is the last person to arrive at a church service.
Well, yes. Moira.
I'm going back to a variation on the theme of birds, and as any poultry farmer will tell you, a rooster in a hen house is one very happy fellow. I mean, the guy is feeling no pain, smile from ear to ear, and among other activities, he will be lording it over the rest of the birds, and he will be feeling he is cock of the walk. However, put that same rooster in a cage full of other roosters, and it's a whole different story. The feathers fly. It is an absolute warfare, fight to the death to see who is the boss cock. And Norcock is your boss cock.
Oh, right. George.
A cock and bull story is one without any truth in it at all. A story with neither bull nor cock. However, strange but true, a story about a bull nor cock meant literally that the next story was about a bull and would be a load of bull, because Norcock means, or it did mean in Old English, next.
Oh. All right, so it's the last person to arrive at a church service. It's a boss rooster, a top cockerel, or it's an Old English form of next. Norcock. Alan.
Moira. A top cock. I see the words knorr and I see cock. The only thing I can think of is those little squares of powdered chicken. I think a knorr cock's actually much smaller than the thing that, or otherwise it's been beaten to a pulp in the hen house. Sandi, it's the last person to arrive at a wedding. It's the man, presumably, who forever holds his peace. This is all so horrible, I'm going to have to stop it. George, I'm going to go for this next thing, otherwise it'll get filthy.
OK. Old English, George. Yes? Reveal, please. Yes, absolutely right. Well done. So, strangely it is the Old English form of next, Norcock, which brings us to Sechin. Maggie.
Now, when I was about 12, my mother decided that I should learn ballroom dancing. Well, I wasn't very keen on this, as I was a rather shy and retiring child, but I went along, and on the way there, I used to get a scarf, and I used to put my arm in a sling so that I could report back that I had indeed attended the class, but and all was placated at home. But lo, one day I was completely converted to ballroom dancing, because we were watching on the telly these wonderful, magical creatures. The men were dressed like penguins with wonderful shiny shoes, and the women, they were encased in meringues, frothy fondants of dresses in chiffon, feathers, and covered from head to toe in sitchins. Sitchins, the old word for sequin.
Very well. Lee.
Right, sitchin. Well, I've always supported sitchins, and as a child at school, I even played for them, and in fact, during my professional career. In fact, if you see me put a few bob down on the team, back the other team, because they're bound to win. A sitchin is a team that is waiting for defeat. They're an insecure team, maybe because the manager's gone off and left them, maybe their socks don't match, or maybe they've lost every game they've ever played. But it's a team that's bereft of confidence and facing a walkover defeat. Sitchin.
All right. Alan.
We stand here at Call My Bluff on the very cusp of history. For it is 1997, and the Sitchin is about to disappear. That is because Hong Kong itself is about to disappear into the imperial sunset. And when it does, and the communist mainland takes over, the Sitchin will be no more. Sort of slangish words used by the Hong Kong police to describe illegal immigrants from the mainland who would escape from the mainland and filter into Hong Kong and be repatriated. You may have heard that all the Chinese in the world would stand on the Isle of Wight, and if they did, they'd be Sitchins too. It's simply an illegal immigrant.
All right. So, is it an old word for sequin? Old word for sequin. Is it a team facing a walkover defeat, or is it simply an illegal Chinese immigrant? Sitchin, it is. Goes to George.
Ballroom dancing, arm in a sling, meringues, Sitchins, sequins. I've played in a load of those teams. I've never heard Sitchin. But when Margaret said Sitchin, somebody up there went, yeah, that's right.
They're not real, George.
Oh, they're not?
They're planted.
Who are you going for?
I'll go for Margaret.
Be a Chinese word. Right. Margaret?
Oh, no.
Margaret?
No, I thought it was that.
We're in suspense.
Front, Margaret.
We're into overtime.
So it was an old word for sequin. And with the score so far at 2 for Sandi's team and 1 for Alan's, on we go with the next one, which is issues. It goes to Moira.
Issues. Now, I hope that none of my friends across the way have in fact come across any issues, or definitely not within the last 11 weeks or so, because that's how long it takes for issues to hatch, to grow to their full size, and to start crawling. You see, issues are microscopic creatures that love heat and they love the taste of human blood. And they prefer the warmest beds, the softest cushions, and the most rounded of human flesh. You see, the ishi is the Old English word for bedbug.
Oh, very unpleasant. Right, fine. George.
Only female wood pigeons have issues. They're tiny little sacs in the throat, and when the female wood pigeon gets pregnant, she stores, apparently, in these tiny little sacs, minute sort of shoots and seeds, and it's a bit like colostrum, that first feed that a human female gives to its child before the milk begins to flow. When the seedlings are hatched, there's this fluid secreted which has come mixed with the shoots and seeds and things, and it's the first food that the nestling gets before the dad comes back with worms and bed bugs and things.
Very well. Sandi.
Oh, the ankle bone's connected to the leg bone, and the leg bone's connected to the
Goes on
knee
for a long
bone.
time,
Yeah.
this thing.
It's quite high up the body, OK? Stay with me. The knee bone's connected to the thigh bone, and the thigh bone's connected to the ischies. Yes, indeed. You can get plastic issues if you're of a certain age. It's a hip joint. Rabelais was very keen on the issues, if I might quote from him. He spoiled the frame of their kidneys, heaved off of the hinges their issues, which, if you've read Rabelais, is the politest bit in it. He has another chapter on spending an afternoon with a goose, which would make your head spin. It's from the Latin ischium. It is the correct medical term for hip joints.
All right, then. So, are they microscopic bed bugs? Is it a female wood pigeon's internal food store? Or is it simply hip joints? Issues. Maggie.
Well, now, Moira, you always tell us the truth, don't you? That must have put me off. And George, a consummate actor. There you go. Have here Sandi, the loose cannon. I don't know.
It's the nicest thing anyone said to me on this show.
I'm going to go for Moira.
Oh, right. Moira, your bed bugs, please. No, no good. No. So, who's got the correct definition? Let's find
I love
out.
it when Alan's confident. I always enjoy that. It can't be you, Sandi.
confident.
It can't be, but it is.
Well, the bone was connected to the ishi after all. Hip joint, it was, and on we go. with Nissi Becketer. Lee.
It's a nice besito, actually.
Sweet of you.
Just imagine it's 1745 and you and your friends go off down to the Dog and Duck for a few beers, OK? The ales flow in. As the evening progresses, someone suggests a wager. It's a game you've all played before. Someone goes into the kitchen and brings out 4 knives, and the landlord brings out a board and hangs it on the wall. And the board is divided into quarters, 4 quarters obviously, and hung on the wall, and you stand 6 feet back. And the idea is to get the knives in each quarter. And if you don't get it in every quarter, you add up your tally of the ones you do get it in. It's basically the forerunner of darts. Nice besito.
OK. Alan.
A bit earlier than that. It is actually 1588. We are on Plymouth Hoe. Sir Francis Drake and the lads are playing bowls. Suddenly, Drake stops and points. Something in the distance. The men follow his finger. The thing in the distance comes a little bit closer, then it becomes very close indeed. And a great roar goes up from the English sailors. Whoa! Look at that! Stow me! Not many of them to the pound. And of course, nice picator. Because, quite simply, a nice picator was an Elizabethan word for a good-looking woman.
Thank you very much. Maggie.
Now, Miss Besseter was something to be found in every Victorian home, and I don't want to hear from anybody, thank you. At some stage, mother and father would take the children to the photographers, and they would have this very stiff portrait. We've all seen them, and father standing at the back, mother seated with a baby, lots of furniture, big aspidistra. And when this sepia image was developed, it was put into a rather lovely gilt frame. And that is the Victorian name for an ornate frame for a photograph, a niece Besseter.
Right. Well, it's an 18th century game, sort of forerunner to darts, but played with knives. It's an Elizabethan word for a fine, fashionable girl, a woman. Well, it's a Victorian ornate frame for a photograph. However you pronounce it, I still say it's Nissi Becketer, and it's going to Moira.
Lee, somehow, despite your elegance and your eloquence and whatever, I don't think this is another word for pub darts. Alan?
You couldn't say it if you'd been drinking, could you? Let's have a game of...
Gentlemen are always gentlemen, but somehow I think that some other word would come to one's lips if you saw a pretty broad. You ain't going to say what you just said. Okay. Margaret.
Despite appearances, I'm not 500 years old.
We'll argue about that later, Alan.
Margaret, I think you cannot tell a lie. I think it's your ornate picture frame.
Maggie, your picture frame or not?
Right, nice time. Oh, good with props.
Oh, Bluff. So, one of the two gents. Which one?
No.
Hello, darling.
Well, it was an Elizabethan word for a fine, fashionable girl or woman. How did you pronounce it again?
Nice picator. That's actually pronunciation.
Is
nice
it?
picator.
Right, nice picator it can be. Let's go on to Iruke with George.
These two must be hell to play at Scrabble.
We never remember any other words.
Sorry,
Hardly
Iruk.
remembers my name.
Your turn, George.
Iruk, but now at 30 my hair is grey. I wonder what it will be like at 40. I thought of a peruke the other day. This is Byron, Don Juan, 1820. Peruke obviously was a wig, a hairpiece, and it comes from Eruk, bald.
Ah, right. OK. Sandi.
Iruke. It's Ulrika Johnson's mother's name. Iruke Johnson. What can I tell you about it? It's a medical term, clearly. I know a lot about medical terms. It's found in the E section of Gray's Anatomy. And it is the plague of youth. You finally get old enough to fancy a tiny bit of physical friction with someone else, and you get up in the morning and you've got Vesuvius on your chin. And, it is the dreaded pimple. It is the scarlet eurekanel. It is,
Pimple.
It's a zit.
All right.
That's it?
We've got the message. Yes, thank you. OK, Moira.
I'm going back to creepy crawlies, I'm afraid, but this time not the blood-sucking kind. This variety is much bigger, it's slimy, and it has many, many hairy legs. But from this very unpromising start, we turn into an eruca. And an eruca is the caterpillar that turns into the most beauteous butterfly. Eruca.
OK. Bald is one explanation. Teenage pimple is another. A rather more pleasant one, a slimy caterpillar that turns into a beautiful butterfly. Eruke, or eruk. Lee, it's yours.
Moira, I find it hard to disbelieve you as well. I really do. But a hairy caterpillar? I don't think so, no, definitely not. Sandi,
Hello.
I just can't believe you. I don't believe it's a pimple, pussy or not.
Sorry?
I liked you till now.
Because George's explanation was so short, I'm going to go for George. It means bald.
Bald, George, correct or not? No, not correct. Which of the two ladies has the correct definition?
Look at that face. Would she lie to you? She wouldn't lie to you.
I should have known.
Right.
Well done.
The caterpillar that turns into a beautiful butterfly, eruke. Lata is Alan's.
You're in the Caribbean, and you're feeling a bit bereaved. That is because your great-uncle Winston has recently popped off. You never liked him very much. And you've gathered together around a few rum punches with a few relatives, and you say, I shouldn't really speak ill of the dead, but what an old toe rag he was. And they all generally agree. And suddenly, there's a clap of thunder, flash of lightning, and there before you is the ghost of Uncle Winston. Or rather, the Lata, because the Lata is a Caribbean spirit that returns to haunt people that bad-mouth it, or bad-mouth what it was when it was alive. Don't shake your head, George, it'll come and haunt you. No. It'll have your head underneath your arm before you can say knife.
Thank you. Maggie.
Well, Lata is the Malay name for a form of religious hysteria. And you can identify it quite simply because the hysterical person will be rapidly spouting inarticulate sounds, and he or she will be dancing around, jerking their arms and legs all over the place and making a frightful din. It's a bit sort of like club nights without the disco. Anyway, Lata is the Malay word for hysteria, religious hysteria.
Very well. Lee.
Lata, we're in India for this one. You're at a vast political rally. You've arrived late, all the good seats are taken, and you've got to climb a tree half a mile away to try and see the speaker at the front. Luckily, there's a loudspeaker system put into place, and the speaker is standing on a lata, which means it's a larger version of a politician's soapbox, a lata.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we're in the Caribbean first for a ghost of a dead relative who appears to someone who's been slagging him off. A religious hysteria in Malaya, or a small stage, or rather a fairly large stage, in India. It's a Lata. Sandi?
We travelled the world there, didn't we? It was like Wish You Were Here in microcosm, suddenly. Alan, you know a lot about Caribbean spirits, but they generally have little parasols in them.
Very good.
Hey.
No.
Thank you. Uncle Winston, I don't know. I for no good reason at all, I don't think it's that. It could be any of them, because obviously it's not Danish. Malay hysteria. No doubt they're packed with religious hysteria in Malay, but I don't think they call anything as simple as a Lata. I do, however, very much like Lee's soapbox, your John Major soapbox. And if it's not going to be a cheap Eastern European car, then I wish it to be a soapbox.
Let's see the card, please, Lee. No, it's not.
Sorry, team.
So, again, we have to turn to one of the other two with the correct one. Who is it?
Have another go. Wonderful.
Yes, it is. Well done. So it was exactly that, a religious hysteria in Malaya. That was later. A slight turn of speed for this, ladies and gents, please. It's Ustilago, and it goes to Sandi.
Ustilago. It's Yiddish. No, it isn't. It's Italian. There probably is a Yiddish word just like it. When I was growing up in New York, for reasons I don't know, a lot of jokes about Italian people. People say, who killed Mussolini? And the answer was 10,000 Italian sharpshooters. I don't know why the Italians were the butt of the jokes. In every culture has somebody who's the butt of their joke. In Denmark, we think the people of Aarhus are enormously funny. And the butt of a joke in Italy, particularly in Commedia dell'arte, is called the Ustilago.
OK, Moira.
Ustilago. Now, I was never any good at Latin, I got to tell you, folks. All of those dry verbs and the stories of centurions going to war, I'm sorry. However, I might have changed my mind if I'd realised that Ustilago comes from the Latin for smut or blue jokes. In fact, originally it meant the disease that attacks barley, that turns the ear into dark grey powder, dirty. But your actual Romans changed its meaning to your proverbial blue joke, smut.
Really? George?
It's a Spanish derivation, and it's a bastardisation through Chilean dialect, and it means a cement-built pavement. Not an ordinary pavement, not a sidewalk, not a boardwalk, a cement-built pavement, Ustilago.
Well, all right. It is Italian, and it's a word for the butt of a joke. It is Latin for smut on diseased grain, which came to mean a blue joke. And it's a cement pavement, a cement block pavement in Chile. Ustilago. Alan?
What a world we live in. It's a Roman blue joke, it's an Italian joke, or it's a pavement. What a choice there is. I have been the butt of Sandi's joke so often, I'm prepared to risk being the butt of another one. I will go for Sandi's
Sandi,
Italian.
the butt of a joke. Yes
Darling,
or no,
how
please?
sweet of you.
No, it's not. No, it's
You win
not.
the
So
game.
who's got the correct definition? Very quickly.
It's your classic dirty Roman joke.
It is Latin smut, indeed. And with that, and with a score of 5 to Sandi's team and 3 to Alan's, it's time to say goodbye to Margaret Tyzack, Alan Coren, Lee Chapman, Moira Stuart, Sandi Toksvig, George Costigan, and from me too, until next time, bye-bye.
A mouth-watering menu is laid on by Mary Berry at Home, next on BBC One.